Ladies and gentlemen, champions in the making, hear me today. Because this is the moment, this is the hour when you decide. Yes, you decide, not fate, not luck, not circumstances. You decide to win. Winning is not an accident. It is not a coincidence. It is not reserved for a select few. It is a decision, a choice that separates those who merely wish from those who will. Every great achievement in history was born in the mind of a person who dared to make that decision, unshaken, unbreakable, unstoppable. The battle of life is not won in the arena, on the stage, or in the marketplace. It is won long before that in the silent chambers of the mind, where you either defeat yourself or declare your victory. Before the first step is taken, before the first move is made, there must be an unshakable resolution. I will not surrender. I will not back down. I will not let life decide for me. I will decide. Look around you. The evidence of this truth is everywhere. The greatest inventors, the most powerful leaders, the wealthiest pioneers, the strongest warriors, they were not the most privileged, nor were they always the most talented, but they had something that set them apart, an unrelenting, unyielding, unshakable decision to win. You see, the world does not move for those who hesitate. It does not open its doors for the unsure. It does not hand victories to the timid. No, life rewards those who stand up, step out, and declare with boldness, I am here to win. But let me tell you the most dangerous lie you have ever believed. The lie that says winning is about competition with others. No! The greatest battle you will ever fight is against yourself, against your doubts, against your fears, against that voice in your head whispering you can't. You must silence it. You must drown it out with the roar of your determination. Every champion was once told they would fail. Every leader was once doubted. Every victor was once tested by circumstances that screamed, give up. But they refused. They chose to see beyond the storm, beyond the struggle, beyond the pain, and they decided against all odds to win. Now I ask you, what will you decide? Will you let life push you around, or will you stand firm? Will you let challenges intimidate you, or will you rise above them? Will you wait for permission, or will you take what is yours? The answer is in your hands. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because winning does not begin with an action. It begins with a decision. And today, right now, is your moment to decide. Winning is a decision, not an accident. Success does not happen by chance. It is a deliberate choice that must be made with conviction and purpose. The battle is won in the mind first. Victory is determined not in the external world, but in the private decisions and inner mindset of an individual. Greatness is not reserved for the privileged. History proves that the most successful people were not always the most talented or privileged, but they made an unshakable decision to win. Life rewards the bold, not the hesitant. The world does not open doors for the unsure. Only those who step forward with confidence and determination claim success. The greatest battle is against yourself. The biggest obstacles are self-doubt, fear, and limiting beliefs. And true winners conquer themselves before they conquer the world. Winning begins now, not later. Success starts with an immediate decision. Waiting for the right time is an excuse that keeps people stuck in mediocrity. Winning is not a matter of luck, coincidence, or chance. It is a decision. Those who rise to the top, who break barriers, who redefine history, do not stumble upon success. They choose it. They commit to it. They take full responsibility for their destiny and refuse to leave their future in the hands of circumstances. The idea that winning is a decision is powerful because it eliminates excuses. It means that no matter where you come from, what obstacles stand in your way, or what challenges you face, you still have the ability to decide your own outcome. Too many people believe that success is something that happens to others, those with more resources, better opportunities, or greater advantages. But history tells a different story. The greatest achievers, the world changers, the pioneers, and the revolutionaries were often not the most privileged. They were simply the most determined. Every great leader, athlete, inventor, and entrepreneur started with a decision. They decided that failure would not define them. They decided that quitting was not an option. They decided that no matter how many times they fell, they would rise again. This decision, once made, becomes the driving force behind their actions. It fuels resilience, ignites passion, and cultivates an unbreakable spirit. Take a moment to consider the people who inspire you most. Whether it is a historical figure, a business leader, an artist, or an athlete, you will find one common factor. They did not wait for success to come to them. They did not sit back and hope for a miracle. They made a decision to train harder, to push further, to innovate, to rise above failures, and to refuse to settle for mediocrity. When you truly decide to win, something shifts inside you. Doubt loses its power, fear becomes fuel, obstacles transform into stepping stones. The external world may still present challenges, but internally you are already victorious. Your mindset dictates your reality, and when you think and act like a winner, success is inevitable. Many people live life passively, waiting for the right conditions, the perfect moment, or external validation. But winners understand that waiting is losing. There is no perfect time. There is only now. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who do not is not intelligence, talent, or background. It is the courage to make a decision and the discipline to follow through. Winning is not something you wish for. It is something you commit to. It requires a shift in perspective, a relentless pursuit of your goals, and the willingness to overcome every obstacle. The moment you decide to win, you activate your potential, and the world begins to respond. Opportunities arise, doors open, and possibilities expand. But it all starts with you. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Victory does not begin in the public eye, in the workplace, or on the battlefield. It begins in the mind. The strongest weapon a person possesses is not their physical strength, financial resources, or external connections. It is the mindset. Before success manifests in reality, it must first take root in the mind. Winning is not just about action. It is about the internal decision that precedes every action. Many people mistakenly believe that their biggest battles are fought against external obstacles. Competition, lack of resources, or unfavorable circumstances. However, the truth is that the greatest war is fought internally. It is the war against fear, doubt, procrastination, and limiting beliefs. Every achievement in history started with a mental breakthrough. The people who changed the world first changed the way they thought. They refused to see limitations as barriers and instead saw them as challenges to be conquered. The human mind is the control center of destiny. It is the place where ideas are born, where courage is nurtured, and where resilience is forged. If the mind is filled with hesitation, negativity, and self-doubt, then even the most talented individual will fail. But if the mind is conditioned for victory, if it is trained to focus on solutions instead of problems, to see setbacks as lessons, and to embrace challenges as opportunities, then success becomes inevitable. History proves that winning does not favor the most talented, but the most mentally prepared. Athletes train their bodies rigorously, but the most successful ones also train their minds. Business leaders study markets, but the most successful ones also master their thinking. Soldiers are trained for combat, But the best warriors are those who have conquered their own fears before stepping onto the battlefield. It is the inner battle that determines the outer victory. People often wait for the right circumstances to feel confident, to take risks, or to pursue their dreams. But confidence is not given, it is built. And it is built in the mind long before it is seen in the world. It is seen in the world. Those who win in life do not wait for proof before they believe. They believe first, and that belief creates the proof. This is why two people can face the same challenge, yet one rises while the other falls. The difference is not in the situation, but in the mindset. The one who believes in victory, who visualizes success, and who refuses to surrender will always have the advantage. You do not need a perfect situation to succeed. You need a winning mindset. You need to program your mind to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You need to develop the habit of pushing forward even when the odds are against you. Winning is not about external conditions. It is about internal preparation. And the battle is won before it even begins. Greatness has never been reserved for a select few. It is not determined by birthright, privilege, or circumstance. It is not handed down by fate or given only to those with ideal conditions. The truth is, success belongs to those who decide to claim it regardless of where they start. History is filled with stories of people who came from nothing, who faced unimaginable obstacles, yet rose to extraordinary heights because they made an unwavering decision to win. Many people believe that success is for those born into wealth, those with the best education, or those who have connections in high places. But if that were true, the world would never have seen the rise of self-made entrepreneurs, leaders who defied the odds, or inventors who changed history despite being told they would fail. What separates those who win from those who remain stuck is not privilege but perspective, the ability to see beyond their current reality and pursue their vision relentlessly. The most successful people in the world were not always the most talented. They were not always the smartest, the fastest, or the most gifted. What set them apart was their commitment to growth, their refusal to make excuses, and their determination to rise above their circumstances. They understood that success is not handed out. It is taken by those who refuse to settle for less than what they are capable of achieving. If success were based purely on privilege, then history would not be filled with underdog stories, people who defied expectations, broke barriers, and shattered limitations. The greatest inventors, the most powerful leaders, and the most influential thinkers were often those who had every reason to fail but chose not to accept failure as their final outcome. Consider the individuals who have changed the world. Many of them started in poverty, faced rejection, or battled significant hardships, yet they refused to let their circumstances define them. They were driven by something stronger than their obstacles. An unshakable decision to win. They understood that success is not about where you come from, it is about where you decide to go. This truth is both liberating and challenging. It liberates because it means that anyone, regardless of background, education, or current situation, has the power to create their own success. But it is also challenging because it removes all excuses. It forces each person to take responsibility for their future. It means that the only thing standing between where you are and where you want to be is the decision to rise. Winning is not about what you have been given, it is about what you choose to do with what you have. It is about mindset, persistence, and the refusal to accept mediocrity. The most privileged person in the world will still fail if they do not have the mindset of a winner, while the most disadvantaged person can rise to greatness if they refuse to be limited by their circumstances. The choice is always in your hands. Life does not wait for those who are unsure, nor does it pause for those who second guess themselves. The world moves forward with or without you, and only those who step forward with boldness and confidence claim their rightful place at the top. Winning is not for the timid. It is for those who refuse to sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment. Hesitation is the enemy of progress. Every great opportunity comes with uncertainty, and those who succeed are not the ones who waited until they had all the answers. They are the ones who move forward despite their fears, who took action even when the outcome was unclear. If you wait until everything is perfect before you take the leap, you will wait forever. The world does not pause for indecision. History is filled with people who missed out on greatness simply because they hesitated. They had the talent, the vision, the ideas, but they allowed doubt to hold them back. Meanwhile, others with fewer resources, less experience, and greater obstacles went ahead and took action. And because they moved first, they claimed the reward. Life does not hand victories to those who are capable. It hands them to those who are willing. Confidence is not a gift, it is a choice. Many believe that only certain people are born with the boldness to succeed, but that is a lie. The truth is that confidence is developed through action. The more you step forward, the more you learn. The more you learn, the stronger you become. Hesitation weakens your resolve, while action builds momentum. The greatest leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries did not always know what they were doing when they started. They did not have all the answers, but they made a decision, took a step, and figured it out along the way. They understood that hesitation is a form of surrender, and surrender is never an option for those who decide to win. Think about it. Every major breakthrough, every great achievement, every historical revolution was led by individuals who refused to wait for permission. They did not wait for someone to tell them they were ready. They declared themselves ready. They stepped out when others stood still. They acted when others debated. And because they moved while the rest hesitated, they won. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck. The hesitant wait for the perfect moment. The fearless create it. The hesitant seek validation. The fearless validate themselves. The hesitant see risk. The fearless see opportunity. Winning is not given to those who are the most prepared. It is given to those who are the most determined. The bold always move ahead of the fearful. The courageous always claim the reward before the cautious. So the question is, will you step forward with confidence, or will you watch from the sidelines as others take what could have been yours? The choice is yours. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against competitors, circumstances, or external forces. It is against yourself. The true enemy is not outside, it is within. Your doubts, your fears, your insecurities, and your self-imposed limitations are the only thing standing between you and success. Conquering these internal battles is what separates those who rise from those who remain stuck. Most people believe that success is about defeating others, outsmarting competition, or overcoming external challenges. But the truth is, external obstacles are nothing compared to the battles that rage in the mind. The voice that whispers, "You're not good enough." The fear that paralyzes you before you even start. The hesitation that keeps you from taking action. These are the real enemies. And until you conquer them, winning will always seem out of reach. Every successful person has had to defeat their own inner doubts. They were not born fearless. They did not start with unshakable confidence. They had the same fears, the same self-doubt, and the same struggles as everyone else. The difference? They refuse to let those internal battles define them. They silence the negative voice in their head and replace it with a voice of power, belief, and determination. Fear is a liar. It magnifies problems that don't exist. It makes you see failure before you even try. It convinces you that playing small is safer than taking risks. But fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. The moment you decide that fear will not control your choices, it begins to lose its grip. The moment you push forward despite feeling afraid, you weaken fear's influence over your life. Self-doubt is another enemy that must be destroyed. Many talented people never achieve success because they do not believe they deserve it. They wait for validation, for someone to tell them they are good enough. But the world does not hand out confidence. You must claim it. You must decide that you are worthy, that you are capable, that you have what it takes. Because the truth is, if you do not believe in yourself, no one else will. The most dangerous battle is the one you fight in silence. It is the war in your own mind where you either talk yourself into greatness or into failure. Champions train their minds as much as they train their skill. Winning is not about having no fears or doubts. It is about refusing to let those fears and doubts control your decisions. It is about facing the internal battle every single day and choosing to move forward anyway. If you can win in your mind, you will win in life. The greatest war you will ever fight is the one within. And when you conquer yourself, nothing can stand in your way. Winning does not begin tomorrow, next week, or someday in the distant future. It begins now. The biggest lie that holds people back is the belief that they have time, that they can wait until the right moment to take action. But the truth is, waiting is just another form of hesitation, and hesitation kills success. There is no perfect time, no ideal set of circumstances. The only time to start winning is the moment you decide to. People often convince themselves that they need to prepare more, learn more, or gain more experience before they can take action. While preparation is important, it should never become an excuse for inaction. The most successful people in the world did not wait until they had everything figured out before they started. They took the first step, learned along the way, and adjusted as they moved forward. Winning is not about having all the answers. It is about having the courage to begin. Procrastination is the silent thief of dreams. Every time you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, you are delaying your own success. Every time you wait for better conditions, you are wasting opportunities. The people who achieve greatness are not those who wait for permission or the perfect circumstances. They are those who act despite uncertainty, who step forward even when the path is unclear. Momentum is created through action. When you take that first step, even if it is small, you set a chain reaction in motion. You gain confidence, you learn, and you grow. But if you do nothing, nothing changes. Too many people spend their lives planning, preparing, and thinking about what they would do one day. Meanwhile, those who act are already achieving what others are still only dreaming about. Success does not respond to wishes, it responds to movement. You cannot win a race by standing at the starting line waiting for the wind to be just right. You must take off, adjust your pace, and push forward no matter what. Every great achievement begins with a single decision. The decision to start now, not when you feel ready, not when circumstances improve. Now! There will always be reasons to delay, fear, uncertainty, doubt. But the truth is, if you wait for all the conditions to be perfect, you will wait forever. Every winner in history had reasons to wait, but they chose action instead. They chose to move forward despite obstacles, to figure things out along the way, and to trust that they would find a way as they move forward. You do not need more time, you need more urgency. You do not need better conditions, you need a better mindset. The difference between winners and those who never reach their full potential is not intelligence, talent, or resources. It is the ability to take action when others hesitate. So the question is, will you wait or will you move? Because winning does not happen in the future. It happens the moment you decide right now. Winning is not a gift given to a select few. It is a choice, a decision that must be made with unwavering commitment. The greatest victories in history were not achieved by those who waited for the perfect moment, but by those who dared to act despite fear, doubt, and obstacles. Success is not reserved for the privileged, the talented, or the fortunate. It belongs to those who take full responsibility for their destiny. The battle for success is first won in the mind. Your mindset determines your actions, and your actions shape your results. Those who choose to think like winners, to see opportunities where others see problems, and to refuse excuses will always rise above their circumstances. The greatest enemy you will ever face is not external, it is within. Fear, doubt, and hesitation are the real barriers to success, but the moment you conquer them, nothing can stop you. Winning does not come to the hesitant or the fearful. It comes to those who take bold steps, who act with confidence, and who refuse to sit on the sidelines while life passes them by. It is not about waiting for the right conditions, the right opportunities, or the right people. It is about creating those conditions, seizing those opportunities, and becoming the person who turns dreams into reality. And most importantly, winning is not a future event. It is a present decision. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who remain in mediocrity is not intelligence, resources, or luck. It is urgency. It is the refusal to delay action. It is the commitment to take the first step no matter how uncertain, and to keep moving forward until success is inevitable. So the question is not whether you can win, it is whether you will decide to win. The choice is and always has been yours. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now.